Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating this a party, wanna come to town. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose it like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the... And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, let's go! Run that down!
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy quarterback.
And sometimes all your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. The throw taken in by Cole. They find some open field here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Carr to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 23-yard run. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly against, probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 14 yards. First down, Green Bay.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw, it's Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Ingram picks it, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 49 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
To throw his Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Raiders. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone. Carlson now to add the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Touchdown, Packers. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. He's got room at the 30, and he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas, and even 50 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him.
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Rodgers now to throw.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a first down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a big force of completion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Sammy Watkins, as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Packers 14. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Packers 14.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
From the 27, Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, Rodgers.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
And again, it's Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Complete to Allen Lazard. On the 12. And the Packers first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
The tackle made by Devontae Campbell. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
2nd and 11 now.
Now Carr. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run right here with Jacobs.
They'll get this down to the 38.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Jones. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go now.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now this time, Carl throw. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
There's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 89 yards. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Crosby connects on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. 70 seconds remain. This will be an onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Carr. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Carr to throw. Oh,
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And we talked so much about the